Chris from Foodpocalypse now, and it's time for another snack attack. Time to delve into another one of my favorite purchases over the past couple months now. It is the Universal Yums box. Of course, I did our first snack attack video was on the Universal Yums box. If you've never heard of Universal Yums, you gotta check them out. I like the idea of the loot box craze, the craze of, you know, getting a box every month full of things. Yeah, I like things. I like to get things. I like to be surprised by things. But I've never found one really that spoke to me. And I came across Universal Yums just by chance on Facebook, and this is right up my alley. You get snacks from all over the world, but one of the cool things, like I said in the last video, with Universal Yums, they pick an area of the world, a country, a region, and bring you snacks from that region. And they've got different levels. Check them out, universalyums.com, and you'll find out more about that. They're not paying me for this, so this isn't an advertisement for them. I just like what they're doing, and I'm excited to try this new box. This month, we're going to Germany. This month's Universal Yums box hails from Germany with all sorts of snacks from what I like to call my homeland, or at least one of my homelands. I got a lot of lineage coming from Germany, so really excited about this one. Like I said, with the last Universal Yums box, you get a lot of cool stuff, not just the snacks. You get this little card that has different areas of Germany, some of the big towns, cities, Berlin, Leipzig. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I've got a couple of friends that speak German that'll probably correct me on that. Munich, Cologne, places like that. Little information about all those big cities. And you also get this really cool little book that comes full of all sorts of neat stuff. You get a little recipe that you can try, a lot of trivia on Germany, a lot of information about the towns of Germany, and it also has a lot of information about the snacks that you're about to try. So I'll be referring to this book because I do not have it memorized as much as I probably should have read it a few more times just to acclimate myself, but I'm going to refer to this and some of the snacks that we're going to be trying, and a lot of great things here. So check it out, Universal Yums, and let's dig right in. I'm going to try some of the salty snacks first. We got some chips here. We got the Pommes ketchup, so essentially French fries and ketchup. And yeah, that's something that we love here in the United States. And there's a really interesting story in the little book that you get about a dish that they serve with French fries and ketchup and a wurst, and it's really big during festivals and that sort of thing. But these fries and ketchup, we're going to try these chips and see exactly what we've got going on here. Like I said, it's looks like a little French fry. It's very hard, very crisp. It's not, you're not gonna get like a bag of soggy French fries. That's not what you're getting here. These are very hard and crisp, and you can smell the vinegariness that you get from ketchup right off the bat with these fries. It's not real small, or not real strong, but you do get a little of that if you get up close and personal with these things. And let's give this a try. Interesting. It is almost like getting a French fry with ketchup. You know, you got the crispness, and it's almost like, you know, those little French fry sticks that you get, you know, bag them like potato chips. It's kind of like those, only bigger, and then you get a lot of the sweetness that you would get from ketchup. You get a lot of the vinegar, the tomatoiness from ketchup. It is almost like having a potato chip, a thicker potato chip that tastes like ketchup. They're actually really good. The one thing I just noticed looking at this bag, they are hollowed out. I don't know if you can catch that, but they're hollowed out, so they're very light. They're not heavy. They're not greasy or oily, and yeah, it almost even has kind of a slight, not a barbecue potato chip feel, but you have a lot of the same notes. You have the sweetness, you have the tomato, you have the vinegar that you get in a barbecue potato chip, but it tastes like ketchup. So these are definitely a win. The Pommes ketchup, certainly a good pick for the Universal Yums box. Our next chip that we're going to try, Zwabels, I don't know. They are an onion, kind of an onion ring. Think along the lines of Funyuns. From what I was reading in the book, that's kind of what this is. It's an onion crisp, onion ring crisp. But there's a lot of onion festivals in Germany, and the region that these are supposed to have hailed from, as I take a look here, they're big on onion. Weimar. I really should have boned up on my German before doing this, but you know, you're getting my initial reactions, and you're also getting my lack of being able to speak the German language. You're getting it all right here, folks. But really interesting. I'm excited to try this. I've had Funyuns before, and I like Funyuns. They're not my favorite, but what I read about these is they take what's good about Funyuns, the onion flavor, the crispness, and take it to another level, make it better. So I'll be the judge of that as we try these Zwabels, however it is. Like I said, I've got German friends that will correct me on this, I am sure. But they're a lot smaller than I was anticipating. I was expecting them to be a bit bigger, but let's give this a shot. Excellent. Yeah, it tastes like an onion ring. Very crispy, not too oily. I've had Funyuns before where it's like it's nothing but bag full of oil and crumbs, and these are very crisp, very solid. I mean, I'm looking down this bag and there's not a lot of broken. I mean, it's not that these are harder by any stretch of the imagination, but they're not all broken apart, and they have a really nice onion flavor, not too strong, but a lot of crunch, a lot of saltiness. If you're going to have a snack attack for something salty and savory, these are going to be the snack that hits the spot. You are probably going to want a cold beverage of some sort, adult or otherwise, to wash it down. You need to also hydrate. These are not overly salty, but they are a very salty little onion ring. And for as small as they pack a lot of punch with the flavor. I'm very happy with these. Now, as we move on to some of the sweet treats that we have in our Universal Yums box, this is the one that I know I'm excited about. I know my wife is excited about. This is an almond cinnamon cream-filled wafer, and I was reading about this in the little booklet you get, talking about some of the festivals and things like that you get throughout Germany, and one of their favorites are the cinnamon-covered almonds that I love. Anytime, here in northwestern Pennsylvania, where we're from, fall hits and it is fair time. There's fairs on every week from like August through October, and at those fairs you get those little cones of cinnamon sugar covered almonds that I just love. It's one of my favorites, so I'm really excited about this. I'm really just excited to see how that translates into a wafer cookie, and we're going to find out just how much they taste like those cones of cinnamon almonds that I love so much when I go to one of my local fairs. Now, I thought this might be, yeah, it is broken up, so you're not getting like a huge, massive wafer to try and nibble on throughout the week or whatever you do. It does broken up into smaller portions, which is nice, but take a smell. You can smell the cinnamon. It's not overly powering, but let's give this a try. I'm not really getting the almond. Okay, there it is. Once you take a bite, you really get the creaminess and the cinnamon. It almost tastes right off the bat like a cinnamon bun. Really good. You get the crispness of the wafer, the creaminess of the filling, that cinnamon, but then kind of on the back end. I was afraid I wasn't going to get any of the almond taste, but you really get some of that almond in the back end, and that really gives you that flavor of the cinnamon almonds that you get at festivals and fairs and that sort of thing. And these are absolutely delicious. The nice thing about these is that you don't get the creaminess that you get with this when you get a bag of those cinnamon almonds, and that really adds kind of another dimension to it, another kind of flavor to the profile that is really enjoyable with the cinnamon, with the almond. And the crispness of the wafer is really nice. These are a home run, I think. Probably my favorite thing I've had so far. I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, and these really do the trick right here. The cinnamon almond cream-filled wafers, definitely a win for the Universal Yums box. As we move on, another one that I'm really excited about. They talk about in this book how you can't take a bite out of spring, the season, and they say this is probably the closest you're going to get. It is a strawberry rhubarb white chocolate bar. I'm not going to try to pronounce the German here, but I've butchered enough already for this video. But I'm really excited about this because I love rhubarb. I love strawberry rhubarb. A strawberry rhubarb pie, some of my favorite pies. And of course, who doesn't like white chocolate? So the marriage of these three things, I'm really interested to find out how this is going to taste, because I've never had, I don't think I've ever had strawberry in a chocolate bar, let alone rhubarb and strawberry in a chocolate bar. I can guarantee I've never had rhubarb in a chocolate bar. So I'm really interested to see how all of these flavors pair together. Come in, you can break these apart, nice little chunks. So if you don't want to eat a whole candy bar, you can break off a little piece and just enjoy a little satiation of your sweet tooth. But let's give this a try. It's a little piece, but it's very thick. And even that little bit is a lot to chew. You really get the strawberry right off the bat. You don't notice the rhubarb right away, but every once in a while you get little tart bits. And it really is nice because you get a sweetness from the strawberry, you get the sweetness from the white chocolate, which is wonderful. Very creamy, very rich, very decadent. You get that sweetness from the strawberry, the fruitiness from the strawberry. And then you get these little hits here and there of a little tartness from that rhubarb. And the nice thing about it is too, the fruit it's almost like it's freeze dried because it's very crunchy. It's almost like getting a Rice crisp inside of a chocolate bar. You get that little pop of texture, that little bit of crunch, which is just absolutely wonderful. This box really keeps getting better and better, I have to admit, because everything I've liked just as much, if not more than the last thing. And I'm really excited for the last two items that we have coming up on this Universal Yums box from Germany. This one is a crunchy chocolate puffed rice crisp, sunrice. And reading about this in the booklet, it's kind of like taking a crunch bar and adding cream to it. Just looking at some of the pictures I've seen of this, it's like taking, a crunch bar, like a Nestle's crunch bar with the puffed rice and the chocolate, and that's kind of the shell for a creamy center, which, how can you go wrong there, right? Crunch bars are delicious just by themselves, but you add cream to the mix, and as you see there, just full of cream. Not exactly how I was expecting. It looks almost like there's puffed rice in the cream as well. So it's not just a puffed rice and chocolate coating. You get it all through the candy bar. So let's give this a shot. It's really good. It's really interesting because the rice is not as crunchy as you would expect from a crunch bar, which almost lends itself to being, it seems like a little bit more of a natural puffed rice. And it's great. You get the chocolate, you get that cream in the center, you get the rice all through it. So it's really, you get flavors, you get texture, and it's chocolate. So how can you go wrong there? Really good candy bar. A solid addition to the Universal Yums German box. And that brings us to the final treat from our Universal Yums box. This is a chocolate covered marzipan bar. And you know, we were talking about almonds earlier, and of course in Germany, in the town of Lübeck, their big claim to fame is the world's marzipan capital. And if you love almonds, you're probably going to love marzipan if you've never had it or never realized you had it. And we've got a chocolate-covered marzipan bar here that we're going to give a try before we wrap up this video. And it's dark chocolate, which I'm a huge dark chocolate fan because, well, they say it's healthy. It's got antioxidants or what have you. It's an aphrodisiac, guys, ladies. But I just like the taste of dark chocolate, and like I said, I'm a big fan of almonds too, so marzipan, love that as well. So let's give this a try. Excellent. You get that great taste that you get from dark chocolate, that sweetness, but almost with a tiny hint of bitterness. You get the marzipan flavor. It's got great, not overpowering almond flavor, but you get that little bit of creaminess, and like I said, the almonds essence, if you will, out of this candy bar. And again, another great addition to an already fantastic box from Germany, from Universal Yums. So I encourage everyone, check out Universal Yums. Like I said, they're not paying me for this. This is an advertisement for them. It's just because I really enjoy what they're doing. And I'm 2 boxes in to the Universal Yums experience, and I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait to see where it's coming from. It's really kind of cool to get a different taste of different areas of the world. And it's funny, you know, I thought, I'm going to do this, we're going to get places, you know, snacks from all over the world, and it's going to be so different. But the funny thing about it is that a lot of these things aren't much different from the snacks we have here in the United States, and it really kind of speaks to and is a testament to the fact that, you know, people all over the world, no matter what our different backgrounds are, no matter what our different races, religions, ideologies are, we're all kind of the same. We all love the same things. We all love salty snacks. We all love sweet snacks. And that, you know, in a world that's so divided these days, I think that says a lot. So thank you, Universal Yums. Excellent box from Germany. Can't wait for the next one. So I'm really excited to see where we go next on our Universal Yums adventure. And they ship these boxes on the 15th of every month, and usually get it a couple days after that. So the Monday after the 15th, or at least after I get to the Universal Yums box, we're going to do our Universal Yums videos. Kind of getting a little schedule down, but we'll do those after I get the boxes. Like I said, first Monday after I get the box, we'll talk Universal Yums. Until then, we'll talk about other snacks from right here, wherever I can find them. So until then, check out our website, foodpocalypsenow.com. Like this video, share it, subscribe. It really helps in you know, making, you know, I don't get paid for what I do here. I do it because I love it, and I hope you enjoy it as well, and hope you're entertained maybe. Hope you at least get an idea of some cool snacks that you could try yourself. You know, you can find all these on their website, and of course you can check out our Instagram page, and like I said, it all, Facebook, all that good stuff. And do check out our website, foodpocalypsenow.com. So until your next snack attack, have yourself a great one.